Hi everyone out there in YouTube land, I'm Tamika.
And I'm Josh. How are you?
And we are here to go on an atheist rant. And the topic of today, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you fellow atheists have heard out there, about the What Would You Do episode, where there's an angry atheist yelling at praying diners. And so for those who haven't heard about the show or who aren't familiar with the show, what would you do? It puts people in different scenarios. They get actors and they put actors in different scenarios and see how the unsuspecting public who are around them and who are not in on what they're doing, they want to get their reactions to things. Now, in the past, a lot of their scenarios have been very realistic. Most of them, yeah, I would say.
For the most part.
For the most part, they're very realistic scenarios. Like I remember there was one where these kids were fat shaming someone. Yeah. They had one where there were a group of people like bullying a gay couple, and they wanted to see if patrons would get involved or if they would stay out of it or join the negative side of it.
I think they had one where it was they made it look like a white guy could be stealing or could be trying to open his own lock and see how people react, but then they had a black guy doing the exact same thing, and of course I'm sure you can guess what happened with that one.
So I used to be a fan of the show. I haven't watched it in a while. And so they come out with a new episode.
Sweet.
And the premise of this episode, there is an angry atheist woman who's in a restaurant, and there's a family of 4, including 2 children, a mother and a father.
And of course, it's in Texas.
In Texas. And so everyone is holding hands and they're praying. And then you have this lady, she's sitting over there, and she's just like, "Hey, you guys, stop praying right now. You are getting on my nerves. You are impeding on my rights. I have the right to eat in peace without listening to you pray.
You're shoving your religion down my throat, blah, blah, blah." The angry atheist stereotype. Yeah. And she's by herself, too, which I thought was a little... The family is Christian, because...
They're a family, a traditional family.
Right. But the atheist is all by herself, all alone, angry, got nobody with her, subliminal shit.
Yeah, and so, of course, the patrons, they're all... "Oh my God, would you let them pray in peace? Goodness gracious," and down her throat. We'll include a link to the video if you haven't seen it. We'll include it in the description. But anyways, why is it that mainstream media absolutely loves to portray atheists in such a negative light?
Yeah, you can definitely tell from the way that the host talks which side the show is on, which team ABC is playing for. I mean, they even say amen at the end. I mean, I thought the show was supposed to be biased in the situations, but they're not. Especially not in this one. It's ridiculous a little bit, but it is ABC. What do you expect? ABC is owned by Disney, so not a huge surprise.
Yeah, their motives and the side that they stand on is very obvious and it's very transparent. You can see straight through it. So I don't understand why us atheists are always being cast in such negative lights by the media. I have been out plenty of times before, and I have seen people praying, and I just don't go, "Raw, stop praying, get your religion out my face." And I've been out with very vocal and militant atheists, and they don't even react that way.
Yeah, I don't know any atheists that would actually do this. I mean, it's against the character. We understand you have the same rights that we do. If you want to express your religion, that's fine. As long as you're not, like the woman claimed, shoving it in someone else's face, we really don't give a crap what you believe and what you do. And they weren't being disruptive to the restaurant. They were quiet. They were being for the most part, respectful. Like, there was no reason for her to do that. There was no reason for them to portray the atheist character as the stereotypical angry atheist.
When for the most part, most of the atheists that I know, even like the militant ones, they are not like that. We are normal people. Of course, some atheists are assholes.
But so are a lot of Christians.
Everyone, there's an asshole everywhere. In every segment of society, there is an asshole. Or two, or three, or four.
Belief of a higher power and no belief of a higher power has nothing to do with you being an asshole. You have to do with you being an asshole. Whether you believe or not. It's really that simple.
So, like, we're always cast as just, like, a negative stereotype. Just like, even though Family Guy, I know a lot of you guys are familiar with that show, even though Family Guy is written and directed by an atheist, even the atheist character, Brian, he can be a little cynical at times, and he can be out in your face with his atheism, and I don't like that. And then they have, like, this one character on, like, I think The Big Bang.
The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I don't watch that show, but I've been hearing about this one character who is your typical know-it-all, sassy atheist. Like, we can never be just, like, the all-loving person that everyone comes to for advice or anything like that. We always have to be angry know-it-alls or want to shove atheism in your face all the time. Have you ever seen that show Community?
Yeah, I used to watch it.
Yeah, and of course the atheist in there is I forget her name.
Oh, the blonde.
Yeah.
She's like really in your face with everything. And
yes.
Kind of annoying.
Just it's super feminist and just no, we are normal people. And I'm sorry, ABC, but you get thumbs down for me. Sometimes you have good shows, but to me that was really messed up. And if you go to their Facebook page and look under this link, they are getting a lot of backlash from the atheist community.
A ton of it. And it was weird. I mean, it is Texas. They only showed 3 scenarios, and all 3 of them were Christians. And all 3 of them, well, the last couple in the end was kind of nice. But before that, the Christians were being very rude.
They were.
And there was even a part where...
And not the actors, but the
actual patrons.
Unsuspecting patrons.
A family actually got up and left. And they said it wasn't because of the Christian family praying and shit. They said it's because the atheist was asking them to stop. This is even at the point where they told the atheist to tone it down and to be nicer.
She was very nice too. She was like, "Excuse me, do you guys mind keeping it down a little bit? Your praying is kind of getting in the middle of me enjoying my meal." Yeah. And the one lady, she's like, "Oh my God, did you really just say that?"
I have to wonder if this wasn't edited to make it look like that no one would ever defend the atheist, or at least, except for the older couple at the end. I mean, they were playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
But I would think that at least maybe one other person in a restaurant, even if it is Texas, would have said something to the atheist about, maybe just be a little bit nicer, or even to the Christian family that, she does have a right. Maybe you can hold hands and pray and do it in silence, because a lot of Christians do that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
See, I'm different. I probably would have asked the atheist, like, "Hey, they're not bothering anybody. You probably should let them just do what they have to do. They're not hurting me by praying." I wouldn't have took up for the Christian family, but I would have been like, "Hey, you're acting like a complete asshole right now." And I would have said, they have the right to pray. They're not disrupting anybody, so I don't get what the big deal is. And, of course, me in Tamika fashion, I would have probably written down the verse from the Bible on a napkin that says that you shouldn't pray out loud.
Yeah, don't pray in public.
There is a verse in the Bible that says you shouldn't pray in public.
You know what? Let's go ahead and put that in the description.
Yeah, I would have wrote that down on a napkin and kind of just laid it on their table on my way out. Or if they got up before me, I would have just like, "Hey, you guys probably should take this." And
like most atheists, like she said, I don't know a single one that would have done what this person did in this situation. I don't know why ABC thinks that we do that.
They didn't get consultation from
No.
not one single atheist.
I
Even
mean,
if they had one on their staff,
yeah.
they didn't speak up. Like I used to be a part of a group of atheists. We would meet once a month at restaurants to discuss atheist stuff. I know that sounds kind of weird,
Yeah,
but
a meetup group.
yeah, it was a meetup group of free thinkers. Basically, it was ancient city free thinkers, and we used to meet once a month. And we used to meet in restaurants, and sometimes we would have like a section blocked off by ourselves, and sometimes we didn't. But we saw people pray all the time. And yeah, I'm talking about a group of at least 10 to 15 atheists, and we're seeing one person pray. We will laugh and we will snicker to ourselves, but no one got up and go, "Rah, I'm an atheist. You don't pray in front of me." No, that's not what we do, and it sucks that ABC and mainstream media want to cast us like we're just a bunch of know-it-all, whiny protesters, because that's not who we are. We are just like other people. We are mothers, we are fathers, we are sisters, we do bake sales, we're
teachers, doctors, garbage men, homeless people. We're just like religious people. We're everything, just like they are. You can't find one facet of this country, of life, that there wouldn't be an atheist in it, just like there wouldn't be a religious person in it. The only separation is we don't believe in a god or gods, and most of us don't believe in supernatural. Some of us even believe in supernatural forces, just not a god. That's really the only... Yeah, me either. I don't believe in astrology or ghosts or anything like that. But some atheists do. So there's even subtleties in atheism. But the one and only defining factor of atheists, of atheism, is we do not believe in God or gods. That's it. Or, I'm sorry, we lack a belief in gods or gods. Because there is what people say, strong atheists that claim there's absolutely no possibility. And there's weak, and which say there's just no proof. If you were giving me proof, I'd probably believe.
And there's agnostics.
Right.
Welcome to all our agnostics. Hopefully we can push that pendulum
Well,
to the atheist
weak
side.
atheists are also agnostic atheists, and there's Gnostic atheists, which would be the strong atheists. Just like there's agnostic religious people. Mm-hmm. They are religious, but they do have doubt. And I think a lot of religious people do, but some of them want to cover their bases. I'm not saying all of them, but there are some who do.
But, I mean, we are...
we're in the South. We're surrounded by religion. And I've never been out with the atheist people that I do know. And any of us, we may have, like you said, made little snide comments to ourselves.
Yeah.
In peace, in our little group. But we would never get up and go, "No! You don't do that!" And then throw rolls at them or something.
Now, you might run into, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have, you're going to run into that atheist on the internet, especially on the great old tube of you. You're going to run into those atheists who are just angry all the time, and they're just like always just in your face. Like, you will write praise God, and then they'll come on with like this freaking 3-paragraph diatribe about how God isn't real. But that's the internet.
Yeah.
Everybody's an asshole on the internet. Trust me, I've run into several asshole Christians who have condemned me to one hell or another. But, I mean...
And you know what? Even if we did do that in restaurants, we really don't do that anyplace else. Unlike theists, they have religious influence in laws, religious influence in education, even though they're supposed to be separated in church and state. You can't drive down the highway at some point without seeing billboards that will tell you that you're going to hell because you don't believe what they believe.
Oh.
I've never told a theist that they're going to suffer at any point because they believe in something. Why would you tell us that we're going to suffer for all eternity because we don't believe in something? It's not very nice.
Yeah, religion is pushed in our face all the time. The Christians are not under attack here. I don't know why they keep saying that. So for NBC or ABC.
ABC.
For ABC to even throw fuel on that fire, that just makes me sick to my stomach. So obviously they have never met a real atheist in their life, because the way they portrayed atheists in that one segment just really just put a bad sour vibe inside of me.
I would like to see them redo this, but flip it. Go someplace not in Texas. I think I read Seattle was the least religious city in the country. So how about they go to Seattle and have atheists discussing whatever atheist issues, science, evolution, whatever, and then you have a religious family telling them to shut up about it. Evolution's not real. You're going to go to hell, and see what the reactions are there. Have the Christians actually be the bitchy, angry ones.
No, I want them to do it in Texas.
Well, you know what's going to happen in Texas.
Do it in Texas, so we can see that religious people are only for themselves.
This is true.
So yeah, that was the topic today. Please discuss it in the comment section and subscribe to our channel, and let us know any videos that you want to see us.
Give us suggestions if you have any, and we'll see what we do with them.
Share our videos on your pages and ask all of your atheist friends and your agnostic friends especially to look at our videos and watch us talk.
And go ahead and check out the What Would You Do video.
Yeah, we're going to put that in the description. We're going to put a link to that in the description so you can see how asinine and transparent that segment was. So, thank you for watching our video. Bye. See you next time.
Bye-bye.